3 games in 1 week.
Wow.
9, well, technically 6 points because, Open Cup games, they don't really
count as a tournament
but
game,
3 wins and 3 games for Detroit City FC.
Oh, yeah.
2-0 victory over Rhode Island FC, and you were in the stands.
I was in the stands, yeah.
Oh my God! Talk about the the anticipation of Maxi Rodriguez coming back to Keyworth Stadium.
Yeah, they were on him all game long in the first half. Including all words that we cannot say on a YouTube channel.
Well, of course not.
Of course not. They would pull us.
They flag it for. Obviously, they would flag it for explicit language. They won't pull us down. They just flag it for explicitly.
But they were on him like I said during the entire first half. But then it got caught in the second half, but we're back to that because he was subbed out in the 46 minutes. So.
Yes, subbed out at halftime. But needless to say, there was a lot of other things before that. Especially, let's go to 5 minutes into the match.
Was a game changer, literally.
Michael Bryant got slapped in the face.
Whoa!
And Frank Nodarse gets the red card. Straight red. See you bye. And that changed the trajectory of the match entirely.
It's a little bit different in soccer. It's not like 2 minutes for high kicking or 5 for fighting. This is the entire game.
Yeah.
You'll play short-handed for the rest of the game.
Or even in indoor soccer, you could get like a 5-minute major with a yellow card.
Yeah.
Or a 2-minute, 2-minute more. Not in the outdoor game.
No, when you're
straight red. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And you're down, man. No substitution. No mercy. No what.
Detroit City had some opportunities prior to that. A good opportunity right here. We're looking in the 13th minute of play here. Detroit City just moving the ball well inside the Rhode Island half of the pitch, and of course the wind was going in that direction, so they had plenty of opportunities here. This opportunity here, great save by Koki Vegas, and there
was also another goal that it will work. We thought we were in, but upon further inspection, it is in front of the line, so that didn't count. Yeah.
All right, so moving along here, let's move into the 17th minute of play, where the man with the hot foot got things going for Detroit City FC. Corner opportunity, right here for Detroit City.
When the player,
I'm just trying to think who it was. I'm looking at Ryan Williams.
Yes.
Ryan Williams with the opportunity right here. Slides it into the 18 where Darren Smith finds net.
Detroit number 5 of the season.
Goal number 5 of the season for Darren Smith. Detroit City up 1-0 at that point.
Yes.
And a couple minutes later.
Oh yeah.
That man again.
Oh my.
That man again.
From Johannesburg, South Africa.
And he comes up with a shot, which is coming up about right here. We're a little outside of the box.
Yeah.
That's all that Detroit City would need. 2-0.
6 goals.
6 goals on the year, and you mentioned leading.
I mentioned, last year, Nick Marcanic from Charleston Battery had 6 goals in the same 7-game span, the first 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Darren Smith, 6 goals in 7 games.
We can't look it up right now, but I'm thinking it's pretty high up there in the Golden Boot race for USL Championship.
Yeah, that is true. Golden Boot, 6 goals.
6 goals for Darren Smith.
Yeah.
On the year in USL Championship, 7 total, including the one that he
the Open Cup.
On Wednesday night.
And the guy from Loudon United, I can't even pronounce his name. He just scored his 5th, so he's one behind Darren. Live update as we speak, as we record it.
Yeah, it's a 1-1 between.
It's now 2-1.
2-1. Loudon United over Pittsburgh
Riverhounds.
Yes, Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Considering that if they hold on, there were still behind, and Louisville played tonight.
Yes, they take on.
And you will see the highlights in Around the Sea.
Absolutely, yes. Around the Sea. We'll follow this segment here as we're looking at it. But like I said, 2-0, and then Maxi only plays 45 minutes.
5 minutes, 1/2. He hasn't played full games this year.
Rhode Island basically said, okay, let's try to go at it in the second half. They replaced Maxi. There was a couple times there where Koki Vegas came out of the net and went to midfield to try to get an extra attacker in there. Somewhat.
Sort of like the soccer equivalent of pulling the goalie with
the soccer equivalent of Chihuahua Savage last week or a couple weeks ago in the MAS
that goalie scored twice
in the MASL playoffs. But yeah, basically tried to get an advantage. But nonetheless, Detroit City had their chances.
Also, another shot in the second half.
Well, going back to the first half, though, this chance here late in the first half, 40th minute here. That one, I believe that was, I might have been Smith again. No.
Yeah.
But, it hits the crossbar. Koki Vegas quick on that.
You're right.
And nonetheless there. Save of the match, though, we got to go to the 87th or 88th minute of play here.
Yeah.
Rhode Island had their opportunities, as we mentioned, and needless to say, Johnny on the spot there, Carlos Herrera with the save of the match there in the 89th minute of play.
I was thinking mid-game as Carlos Herrera not his second clean sheet. Do you think he's now the new number one after Carl Sandell started the first 3 games?
Well, Danny Dico has mentioned, and it was evident last year. You know, there is that he had like 2 number ones, and when it came for
with Nate
Steinwasser and Carlos Saldana being in there. Of course, Carlos is coming off whatever he's
injury.
Whatever he's been out on. So, but he's been capable of practice. We also got to Tenda Makruva now. So who knows what's going to happen as far as that goes? So we shall see. We shall see what happens there. But nonetheless, we got a bunch of highlights to show you from the other games that occurred today. We just mentioned one in the Eastern Conference. I believe that run that were mentioned is in the 89th minute of play. Just went into the 90th minute, 2-1 in favor of Loudon. Other games that just went final. Hartford Athletic 1-0 over Birmingham Legion.
Hartford Athletic, they got a win?
Yes, they did. Wow. Against the Birmingham Legion.
Birmingham Legion.
Condolences to Kaylor Hodges on that one.
Condolences to that. Oh my God.
Phoenix Rising came back and got a 2-2 draw against Sacramento Republic. And the Oakland Roots.
Second win in a row.
The Oakland Roots, second win on the year. Their first in the Coliseum, 2-0 over Orange County.
At Ricky Harrison Field. Well, let's see the highlights right now.
Let's go around the sea.
The midfield. Here comes Oakland Roots. Against the grain, it's Oakland. Njai lays it off. That cross falls through. On the byline now. Second ball lifted toward goal and headed in. 2-0 Oakland.
Through. Good run from Cabral as he's got some space. Gonna keep it in. Cabral centered back in. Rivera keeps it down. One cut right foot. Rivera back of the net. And it's level at 2.
Doing anything in the offensive third. Here's a turnover. A shot by Beckford. Deflected. Goal! Deshane Beckford in the 71st minute off the turnover.
Abukora taps it out wide to Aua. They'll roll it ahead to Ryan. Zach Ryan rips it inside, and it blitzes down and in. Against the run of play, Loudoun United have taken the lead.
Here it comes from Arteaga. Finds a spot on the ground. And the Rowdies will have a corner kick.
6 players inside the 18. Gavalanis service here. Let's see what he dials up. Bends it in the header. Oh, they're so we're tied. Oh, Knutzer for the second time in as many games makes it 2-0 Miami FC.
McCullough unhappy with the distribution there by his team. Quick opportunity here for Jennings. Heads it away from Salt. Myers will follow it up, asking for an offside flag. It will not happen. Make it 2 for the Battery. A brace for Myers, and we're just 9 minutes into this one.
The FC Tulsa back line.
Tulsa, they'll roll it ahead. Cut to the outside, 3-0.
We have a guest here with us, a Detroit City legend, Pato Botello-Faz. Welcome to Keyworth.
Quack, quack, as the old said.
Welcome back to Keyworth. How have you been?
Oh, great. It was a great experience, great game. During Keyworth, so great game from everybody overall.
Good to hear. How have you been? How have you been in the last? Oh God, it's been almost a couple of years. I mean, after the ACL injury with Las Vegas and all that stuff. How's the rehabilitation been going?
Everything's good. Everything's clear, 100%, ready to go. And obviously, I wanted to come watch Maxi play and the guys. And it's always a good time in Detroit. Great atmosphere, and people like you just make it way better, right?
Thank you very much, Pato. We mentioned this. I mentioned it to back during the game of you supported your old teammate Maxi. How do you think he was feeling? This was his first game back after he signed that free agent contract for a while. What would you think? What was going in his mind? He's back here in Detroit playing with a new team. What do you think was his mindset in this game?
I think he was super excited to come back. Obviously, the record didn't help him. The team, they have to switch everything, and everything just goes out the window, right? And you just have to kind of like defend with 10 players, and it's hard. That's why, he probably didn't have the game that he wanted to, but it's not his fault. And, Maxi, everybody knows Maxi's a baller. So maybe with 11 players, he probably would have done something else, but.
Yeah, that was very tough. 10 games when you have a serious foul, somebody slapping you in the face.
Yeah.
Very serious.
I couldn't really see it. I couldn't see it from the record play, but I'm sure something happened for.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to get the highlight. I didn't think I got it. I mean, when it happened or whatever it is, because there was a scrum obviously, and then next thing you know, you see Michael Bryant down on the pitch. So. Yeah. I mean, what ended up happening, what I hear, slap to the face, and that's why I was reading that.
That's what I heard too. So we'll see. I gotta watch the replay, but obviously the ref was really quick with it, so we probably red card.
And then the ultimate penalty, you have to sit out the next game. Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Not fun.
But what have you been doing in your spare time?
Just training, getting ready, just in case someone calls and get a team. So just getting ready and training.
Very good, very good. How do you feel? I mean, the way Detroit's. I mean, this is now what? Now they're up to 14 points on the year.
14 points, yeah.
14 points on the year. Just got off 3 straight victories. 3 straight victories in a week. 6 points in the USL Championship. Obviously, the Open Cup win.
And the comeback from hell last week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're a great team. Obviously, they got a lot of quality up front. They got Darren Skilling this year. You got Ben. I'm a big fan of Ben Morris. I think he's quality as well. Obviously, you got Rhode. You saw adding Cedeno, the number 10. They got too many numbers up front to damage teams, and obviously in the back, it's always been a good defense. Super organized team with Steve and Devin and Reese and Michael Bryan. So it's a super solid team overall. I can see them really competing for a title this year. So.
Oh my, that's a bold prediction coming from you.
I think so.
Playing the team.
Yeah.
I asked that question to Trevor about a month or two ago at the owners' meeting, asking them if they are a top 4 contender. You're saying possible championship here? Do you really think that we could see another home playoff game right here at Keyworth Stadium, possibly if we win this second?
100%. I even think they should have won the playoff game last year. They got unlucky. Penalties is 50-50, right? It's anybody's game. But the way they're playing and the way they're coached, and with Trevor in the front office and everything, I'm watching a lot of USL games, and it's probably not because I play here, but they play really well. Really well.
I'm going to ask you this hypothetical. You're training to helping come back, hopefully part-time. do you roll out coming back here, or maybe? Or?
It's my dream right here.
In your dream.
It's my home. Detroit's my home. So
yeah, we love you, and considering I love saying the word quack quack, you pop no good day. But interesting story, and it came from your brother when he came to see you play last year.
Yeah.
Yes, that the quack quack means something because that's sort of like the Spanish version of the translation of your first name, right?
Yeah. You know what? He's much smarter than me, so I couldn't tell you what he said, but obviously, I'd love to come back here. I know they got a lot of players, like quality players up front, so it's a little hard, but we'll see.
Okay. Well, don't blame me on the quack quack. Credit Neil Roll, our announcer.
Neil is a GOAT.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And
well, listen, really great to see you. Thank God you came back. Much success. Hopefully you find team, by the way. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Pato Botello-Faz, a legend from Detroit City FC. And also played with Las Vegas a couple years ago.
Las Vegas Night, they're doing really well.
Yep.
Great comeback.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and we're grateful for him joining us today. Great game, Detroit City with the victory this afternoon by a score of 2-0 over Rhode Island
And
FC.
our next game, by the way, is not going to be a league game. It's going to be a Jägermeister Cup game against the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
That's right. Next Saturday, 4 o'clock, right here, Keyworth Stadium, Detroit City, Pittsburgh Riverhounds, first game.
In the JE Cup.
In the Jägermeister Cup group stage.
Soccer night in Detroit. We'll bring you in. Team news and the post game afterwards.
Absolutely.
Once again, thank you very much for joining up.
Thank you for joining us for After Hours again, Mr. Pato, and we will see you on the flip side. Until then, folks, keep your feet in the ground. Keep reaching for the galaxy.